Good morning, Standard 9th. This is your chapter number 2 from Beehive. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music. This chapter is in two parts. Okay? In the first part, we will study about Evelyn Glennie. Okay? We will study about Evelyn Glennie, and in the second part we will study about Bismillah Khan. He was a Shehnai Wadak, or you can say Shehnai. He used to play the instrument Shehnai. Okay? So, for the first part, Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing. She was hearing impaired. She couldn't hear, and then too she was a very good multi-percussionist. Okay? So, how did it happen? We will see this in this. We will see this in this chapter. The sound of music, divided into two parts. First part with Evelyn Glennie, and second with Bismillah Khan. Okay? Now, after knowing that what are we going to see in this chapter, that is the sound of the music. Okay? Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it, and about Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Fine? First, what's there in this chapter? What are we going to see? The Sound of Music summary is a great way for students of 9th standard, that are you, okay, to learn about the chapter in short. We will learn this chapter in short because it is a very big chapter, but we will try to study the main concept of this chapter. This chapter is about two music maestros, okay, and their lives. We are going to talk about, in this chapter we will talk about two musicians in the easy language, you can say, okay, and about their life. We will also learn about multi-percussionist, that is Evelyn Glennie and Bismillah Khan. In this chapter we will see two lives. One is of Evelyn Glennie and Bismillah Khan. Okay? Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai player. The Sound of Music summary recaps the whole chapter in a simpler and easier form. Okay? In this chapter, you all will learn about the interesting lives of the two musical legends. In the first part, we will see about the Scottish musician Evelyn Glennie, and in the other part about the Indian legend, that is Bismillah Khan. Okay? And why have the chapter chosen these two musicians? Because of their interesting life. How did they become musicians? What was their life? What did they do to become the musicians? All we will see in this chapter. It will help you to gain insight into their struggles and hard work. How with struggle and hard work they became the popular musicians. Okay? How would you gain your goal, you can say. Okay? Here you will also come to learn about it. Okay? You will learn how hard work and determination can serve us well. It stays true to its name and gives inside stories and facts behind the glitz and glamour of these musicians. Okay? This we will see in this chapter about the two musicians. One is the Scottish percussionist, that is Evelyn Glennie, and second is the Shehnai player, Indian legend, that is Bismillah Khan. We will see the struggle and hard work of their life. How did they struggled and did hard work to become great musicians. Fine. So first, let's see about Evelyn. Okay, the first part of our chapter is Evelyn listens to the sound without hearing. Okay, the sound of music divides into two parts. Okay, in the first, each part focuses on two musicians. I have told you, that is Evelyn Glanny and Bismillah Khan. First part throws light on Evelyn's life struggle to become the successful musician. Okay. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Okay, here in the starting of the chapter, okay, these lines are there in the book, in your book, where someone has commented this about Evelyn. He says that although God had took away Evelyn's hearing power, Evelyn was deaf, she was hearing, she couldn't hear, okay, she was impaired, but He gave an extraordinary thing. God had taken away her hearing power, but God had also given her an extraordinary thing, and that was the sense of feeling. Though Evelyn was deaf, then too she was a very good musician. Why? Because she did not hear the music, she felt the music. She used to feel the music. She could feel very deeply. She could feel the music very deeply, far more deeply than the normal person. What do the normal person do? Somebody says, I love music, I love this, I love that. Right, about music. But only loving is not enough. For that you have to feel first. Okay, and that is why she was able to express music so beautifully and so well, because she used to feel the music. And today she is a well-known multi-percussionist. She plays different percussions, instrument like xylophone, drum and everything. Okay. Now here we will read an account of a person who fought against physical disability and made her life a success. Okay. In this first part we will see about a person who fought against physical disability. Though she was physically disabled, she did not make that disability her weakness. She fought with it. Okay. Little girl Evelyn at Royal Academy of Music. How did she go to the Royal Academy of Music? She went to the Royal Academy of Music. A rush hour's crowd jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. Now whenever you are standing on a station, you know a train comes running and you are unable to hear that. Oh sorry, you are able to hear that, right? But here we are talking about Evelyn. Evelyn was not able to hear that. Why? Because she was deaf. But she could feel that by the vibration. And she was very happy when she felt that vibration of the approaching train. Okay? Now, when Evelyn was 17 years old, she is standing on a railway station waiting for the train. She could feel the vibration of the approaching train. She realizes, by that vibration, she realizes that the train is about to come. Now she gets nervous also and she gets excited also, because this is the train that is going to take Evelyn to London. And why is Evelyn going to London? Evelyn is going to London to learn music, because she had got admission in the Royal Academy of Music. Okay, because she had got admission in Royal Academy of Music. Okay, she was deaf, so she was facing a bigger challenge in life. Here, try to understand this, guys, that if any part of your body is not working, you are disabled. Okay, especially if you cannot see, or if you cannot talk, or if you cannot hear. These are the things where you cannot express yourself very clearly. Same happened with Evelyn. She was deaf, and so she was facing a bigger challenge in the life. Okay? Okay, fine. So now it was her first day. Now the train had took Evelyn to Royal Academy of Music to learn music. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough to any teenager fresh from the Scottish farm. Now teenager, why teenager here? Here teenager means Evelyn was 17 years old. Okay, and she is a fresh from a Scottish farm. As Evelyn is from Scotland, which has more of farms and countryside. That's why it has been said here that from a Scottish farm. So she has not seen fast life. Because Evelyn had come from such a place where no city life or fast life was there. Okay, and that is why she was nervous also. And here the writer is, that's why, telling Evelyn a fresh from Scottish farm. Okay. Now Evelyn was deaf. How did she come to know about it, or how did her parents come to know about it? Her mother remembers noticing something wrong when Evelyn was 8 years old. Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. She called her name. They called her name, and she didn't move. The author here says that he suddenly realized that she hadn't heard. Says Isabel Glanny. Okay, now Isabel Glanny is Evelyn's mother. Evelyn's mother had recollected an incident, and she is talking about that incident, that Evelyn wanted to play piano, and when her name was being called, she did not react or respond on that name. Okay, by that they realized that Evelyn was unable to hear. Okay, now as Evelyn had lost her senses of hearing, it was a gradual process, and in the beginning she did not hear partially. She managed to hide this disability from her friends and teachers. Now she could not hear, so she was hiding this disability from her friends. Okay, but her headmistress, Evelyn's headmistress, she noticed this disability of Evelyn, and when did she note? She noted this when Evelyn was 11 years old. Okay. And now first she was partially deaf. Partially deaf means she was able to hear at least a little or something, but at the age of 11, when she was 11 years old, her marks had started deteriorating. Okay. Now the headmistress requested her parents to take Evelyn to the doctor, and when the doctor checked Evelyn, they found that Evelyn had lost the sense of hearing. Okay, so now the doctor advised Evelyn's parents that they should get hearing aids for her. Now what is a hearing aid? Hearing aid is an equipment that is fitted into your ear, and it helps you fitted into the ear, and it helps the person to hear to some extent. Okay, and so he also suggested Evelyn should be sent to the school of deaf children. Okay, so this is how Evelyn joined the Royal Academy, and through which it was detected that Evelyn could not hear, and she was told to use the hearing aid. Now when Evelyn came to know that she was going to send to the deaf children's school, she felt that everything had went black around her. Why did she feel that? It means that all of a sudden when you get a bad news or some such a news which you won't accept, okay, in return you will see blackness, you won't see anything around you because everything is going without your interest, you are not liking it at all. Here also same thing happened with Evelyn. When she came to know that she was going to be sent to the deaf children's school, she did not accept that. She didn't give up. Okay, Evelyn was not going to give up. She was passionate about music. Now, as she was passionate about music, this news did not break her at all. Okay, because she loved music, she was passionate about music, she did not break herself. Okay, she did not break herself, but she determined the same normal life. Okay, and she wanted, what did she wanted? She wanted to follow her interest in music. This news about sending her to a deaf school did not distract her at all. Okay, now one day Evelyn saw a girl playing xylophone. She also wanted to play. Okay, so she also wanted to play. So Ron Forbes was her music teacher. Many of the teachers who were present there in the school, they discouraged Evelyn that you are hearing impaired, you are not able to hear, what are you going to play the music and all. But Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Okay, Ron Forbes saw that Evelyn was very passionate about music, and so he decided something. What did he do? Ron Forbes thought that he would teach Evelyn to feel the music. When Ron Forbes saw that Evelyn was passionate about the music, he decided to teach Evelyn to feel the music. He took two large drums and tuned them to different notes. Now drums are the musical instruments, and he tuned each drum to different notes, and the sound produced by the drums are different. So it was distinct and both the drums made different sounds. Then he told Evelyn, what did he tell Evelyn? That don't listen through your ears, try to sense it some other way. Okay, what did he say? What did Ron Forbes do? When Ron Forbes recognized Evelyn's talent, he told her, he bought two drums and played that both of the drums in different notes. Okay, there are different notes in the music, high note, medium note, low note, such kind of. He played the drums with different notes. Okay, and now after playing, he told Evelyn to listen, not to listen through her ears, but to feel it in some other way. Evelyn, that suddenly she should feel the higher and the lower drums differently. Now he told Evelyn that there are two drums and you have to feel both of the drums in different ways. She could also sense certain notes in different parts of her body, and she should feel this music in a different way, in the different parts of her body. She should open the mind and the body to different sounds. This is how Ron Forbes taught her about the music. Okay, when Ron Forbes was playing the drum, okay, Evelyn could realize the higher drum from the waist up and the lower drum from the waist down. Okay, now what did Ron Forbes repeated this exercise, and soon Evelyn was able to discover different notes in the different parts of the body. And this process of teaching Evelyn about the notes. Okay, John Forbes continued it every day, repeated the exercise. And it happened so that now Evelyn was able to sense different notes in different parts of her body. Okay, Ron Forbes taught Evelyn to respond to different sounds, and Evelyn responded the music with in the different parts of her body. Okay. Now once she could identify the sounds and the vibrations, the hurdle had been overcome. What does the music need? Music needs feeling. Okay, once you have started feeling the music, your aim, or you can say you have completed one hurdle. You have overcome one hurdle, you can say. Evelyn's quest, now Evelyn, as she had learned music, she was now feeling the music from her body, by her body. Her career was moving upward, and she had determination to become famous, a good musician, and she also did a lot of hard work to become a great musician. Okay, now for this, what did Evelyn do? Evelyn's height of success, in this we will see that when Evelyn was able to recognize the music now, understand, feel the music now, how did she get success? Okay, soon Evelyn toured to where? United Kingdom, and performed with a youth orchestra. Okay, by the time, what is orchestra? Orchestra is a group of musicians. Okay, and what is youth orchestra? Youth orchestra means young people who are in college or high schools. They have a group of musicians. Such group of musicians is called youth orchestra. Okay, now Evelyn, she toured to United Kingdom, and there she performed with the youth orchestra. By the time Evelyn reached the age of 16 years, she had decided to make music her life. Okay, she auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music in London by playing the xylophone. There she scored the highest in its history. She moved her orchestral work to solo performances. Means now she was not performing with the group of musicians sitting all together. Once she saw that she was able to play the xylophone, she scored the highest marks also. She moved herself from the orchestral work to solo performances. Means now she was, wherever she used to perform slowly. And after her 3 years of course, she had got most of the top awards. Okay, now because of this, she was now able to perform solo, and she had captured most of the top awards also in the 3 years, when she had completed the 3 years of course of her music. Okay, now for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Means if anyone says that Evelyn has done something great, she does not acknowledge that. She is very humble and down to earth. Okay, if you do hard work and know where are you going, you will get there. Evelyn says the two important things. Okay, that for success, firstly hard work, and second is aim. She says that if you work hard, you will, and have an aim, a target which you have to achieve, you will definitely achieve that. Okay, so this was Evelyn's height of success. Fine, world's most wanted multi-percussionist. How did she become that? With all this hard work, okay, with all this hard work, when Evelyn had achieved her goal, She worked hard and she had an aim to become the topmost, the most famous and most sought after musician of the world. She wanted to become the most sought after musician of the world, and she did that. She gained mastery to almost 1000 musical instruments, and she is the most popular multi-percussionist of the world. She is there even today. Okay, she has a very busy schedule. She has programs and concerts all over the world. Okay, means if anybody appreciated or acknowledged Evelyn, she was not proud at all of her achievement. She says that if anyone in any person knows what is his or her goal, they can gain that. Okay, with this she was now at the top. She is the world's most wanted multi-percussionist. Okay, she has mastery over 1000 instruments. She can play more than 1000 musical instruments. Okay, now other than music, what are Evelyn's other interests? Okay, what are Evelyn's other interests? Without hearing, she functions with ease. She was not able to hear, but then too, whenever she used to play the music, she used to play with ease. What is ease? Spelling is E-S-E, E-A-S-E. Okay, ease. Ease means absence of difficulty of effort. Means without any difficulty. Though she was not able to hear, without any difficulty, she was functioning, she was playing music. Okay, she speaks fluently with a Scottish lilt. She learnt French and mastered basic Japanese. Other than music, here we are talking about, though she was not able to hear, she was hearing impaired. Okay, then too, she didn't make that hearing disability her weakness. She didn't make hearing disability her weakness. She made it as a power of her. She used it. Okay, other than music, though she was not able to hear, she could speak fluently. She could do all her other works or the functions without any difficulty, without any putting any effort. She could complete everything as a normal person could. Okay, she learned French also, and mastered in basic Japanese also. Now Evelyn's hearing the music. How could Evelyn hear the music? Without listening, how could she hear? Okay, now here for this she says, as for music, she explained, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in skin, the cheekbones, and even in my hair. She says that how does she identify? She is explaining here how does she identify music. She says that it creates sensation in her skin, in the cheekbone, and even in her hair. It means every part of Evelyn's body responds to the music. Okay, she says that when she plays xylophone, she uses stick. Okay, and she can sense the vibration of the sound produced by the xylophone through the stick up to her fingers. Through the stick up to her fingers. And this is how she could feel the music. She feels the sound of drums when she leans on them. She removes her shoes on a wooden platform. She does so to feel the vibration in her body. Okay, this is how Evelyn hears the music. She could hear the music through her body. For listening to the music, she does not need her ears. she could hear the music through her body. And so, what does she do? She says that the music pours in through every part of her body. When she plays xylophone, the music of the xylophone move through the sticks to her fingertips and to her body. When she plays the drum, she leans on them, okay, and she could feel the vibration of the drum. And when she removes her shoes on the wooden platform, sitting on the wooden platform, she removes her shoes and feels the vibration through her body. This is how Evelyn hears the music. This is how Evelyn hears the music. Okay. Now, how God has blessed Evelyn, though Evelyn could not hear, how has God blessed her? Okay. Now, Evelyn is a delight to hear. Means wherever people come to know about that Evelyn is there is going to be a concert of Evelyn, people are like delighted to listen to her. Okay, she gives very good solo performances. In the year 1991, she was presented with the award of Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award for performing solo. Okay. Now James Blades, okay, the master percussionist, says that God may have taken the hearing power of Evelyn, okay, but he has given something extraordinary. James Blades is a master percussionist, and his words that once were the ones that we read before we started reading the chapter, that God has taken the hearing ability, but in return he has given a strong power of sensing sound which enabled her to become a great musician. Evelyn also confesses that she is something of a workaholic. What is workaholic? The person who finds it difficult to stop working. That is called workaholic. Okay, means here Evelyn is telling that she is very hard working and does not stop working. Okay, now Evelyn is also an inspiration for the handicapped. Okay, you can say that apart from the regular concerts, what Evelyn does, okay, she does free concerts also. She does free concerts in hospitals and prisons. Means she does charity. Okay, she also takes classes of the young musicians for those children who want to learn music. Okay, Evelyn is an inspiration for all. Yes, she is an inspiration. First thing, she cannot hear, and because of it, she could have set, okay, make the hearing disability, she could have made it her weakness also, but she did not do that. Okay, so she is an inspiration today for everyone. She is an idol. Anne Richel, who belongs to the Beethoven Fund of Deaf Children, says that Evelyn is an inspiration for those children who cannot hear. Looking to Evelyn, at least people can inspire themselves. Okay, in today's world, we still have such people who are not able to, who are able with everything. They don't have any kind of disability, but then too they don't want to work. They don't have any aim in the life. They should be inspired by this story of Evelyn. That though she is deaf, she has hearing disability. but she has not made that disability her weakness. And today she is a very famous multi-percussionist. Okay. So what does Anne Richland say? Anne Richland says that the deaf children should, or all the children, okay, is inspiration to those children who cannot hear. And when they get to know Evelyn's story, they feel that they can accomplish everything. They can fulfill all their dreams. When other people come to know, when other children who are like Evelyn, when they come to know about Evelyn, they think that if Evelyn can do, why can't we? If Evelyn can hear, why can't we? Without hearing, if Evelyn can be a famous musician, a famous percussionist, why can't we? So this is by listening Evelyn's story, others are now inspired and now they have thought about it. Okay, Evelyn, a source of pleasure also. Sorry. Okay, Evelyn has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She had achieved so much in her life that those people who are double of her age have not achieved those many things, that much popularity or those many awards as Evelyn had. Okay. Evelyn has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. Orchestra, as I told you, it is a group of people who play different musical instruments, okay? And generally the percussion instruments like drums and xylophones which are being played in the orchestra, they were placed at the back end of the orchestra. Okay, but after looking at the solo performances of Evelyn, okay, she gives special, as Evelyn performs solo, she gives special performances with these percussion instruments, and the percussion instruments have now come to the front of the orchestra. Okay, Evelyn's story is also an inspiration to those people who are physically disabled. They feel that if Evelyn can achieve her dreams, even they can. And Evelyn has given a lot of pleasure to the audience by playing such good music. Okay, now because of Evelyn, the percussion was brought in the front of the orchestra, and she is an inspiration to the handicapped also, and she has also given a great pleasure to the audience. Okay, this is all about, you can say, Evelyn. This is all about Evelyn Glaney. Okay, now in the second part we will see about the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. With this we complete the first part. We will soon meet with the second part of the chapter, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Okay, till then try to read the lesson. You have the books with you. Read the lesson very carefully. Soon we will meet in the second part of this chapter, Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Till then, bye.